to the products on the bid. We're going to talk about how PACA members can do business with Turner Supply. And we're also going to give just a little general information about our company because we know a lot of PACA members are new to us. And so we could also in turn be new to you and want to make everyone feel comfortable about the ways that you can best engage with us and also the ways that we can best support you. Turner Supply Company is a wholesale distributor. We have lots of products that we have inventoried in our warehouses and have 7 different warehouse locations with quite a bit of square footage, many different tens of thousands of products, with many millions of dollars of inventory value. And we are a family-owned business headquartered here in Alabama. It was founded by my great uncle in 1905. And I will invite anyone at any point to stop us and ask a question along the way. You don't have to save your questions for the end. I know sometimes when I save my questions for the end, it causes me to forget the question. So please don't be shy. If you have any questions or comments you would like to make, this is your meeting, and we're just grateful to have the opportunity to participate in it. Map here shows our brick and mortar locations at Turner. The one that's going to be closest to most PACA members is going to be the one where I'm sitting today here in Birmingham. But I know as PACA has grown, there may be some actually that are closer to our Montgomery location, possibly even our Thomasville, Alabama location. So the good news is we have multiple locations available to serve and can engage with you and support you that way. Our core values are really important to us and help define who we are. I'm not going to read every single one of these off to you. They're on our website on the About Us tab, but it's always something that we discuss with our customers, with our suppliers, and with our team members that work here at the company because it helps guide our actions and it helps us evaluate ourselves with whether or not we're living through the proper vision for how we want to be and how we want to operate. Our website is one of the ways that you can do business with Turner Supply and get information about our products, including the products on our PACA bid. We actually upgraded and relaunched our website just this past April. So 3 short months ago, we gave it a total revamp and improved it in a lot of different areas. We have a dedicated team. It's based here in Birmingham that works on our e-commerce and our website, and they stand ready to assist PACA members if you want to get registered for an account. Of course, it is self-service if you want it to be, but if you would like us to just, walk you through it, simply send us an email request, ecommerce@turnersupply.com. That'll get the ball rolling. We can set up multiple users for your organizations with their own logins and passwords, and all depending upon, what your own, policies are. Sometimes we can even set up different users with different degrees of permissions about what they're allowed to do on the website. Sometimes you only want somebody to be able to put in a requisition and an additional person approves the purchase. Other times we can give someone total access to process an order on the website. And once we have you registered as a PACA member on the website, we'll go ahead and establish the bid pricing that will be activated each time you log in and each time you put together your password. Turner Supply, as a general overview, in addition to the products we have on the bid, which would fall into the janitorial, sanitization, and facility cleaning category, we also provide MRO products for maintenance, repair, and operations, safety and PPE, bonded, coated, and woven abrasives, hand tools, power tools, material handling, and the other items that you see on this list. We have a number of value-added services that we provide our customers. They may or may not be necessary for every PACA member, but wanted to let people know that we are very customer service oriented. We do a lot of training, offer in-service work days, have a lot of safety solutions to keep our customers' employees safe. We have a lot of technical knowledge and can come in and do documentation and procedure review for things like facility cleaning or anything else that's relevant to the products that we supply to you. We do have dedicated personnel available for PACA members to contact. Specifically, and again, you'll get a copy of this presentation afterward, but we have our customer service manager, Jimmy, who's with me, our facility specialist, and I called out some of our others for e-commerce, and just really have a team approach that we use to serve our customers. So you have any number of different people that would be available to help you, all depending on what your needs were. Our general business terms and conditions, of course, generally are going to be governed by the PACA bid terms and conditions, but you can place orders by calling into the office, sending emails to our team if you don't want to use the website. We were asked about what our product return procedure was, and you can arrange a product return by calling us and telling us the nature of it and what you want to do. We can provide samples for most of the products that we offer. Jimmy is going to be probably the best contact to get sample requests in, and with very limited exception. I mean, we have generous policies relative to samples and giving customers the opportunity to try the product out, make sure it meets your needs before you have to commit to a purchase. And if there's any questions relative to accounts receivable in our accounting department, the number is on here. And Rhonda Thorley, our contact, also her email on here as well. She's very customer service oriented, and most people enjoy working with Rhonda as well. I'm going to hand it off to Jimmy Thomas now to talk specifically about the product on PACA Bid Award 6620. So with that, Jimmy, you're welcome to take it away.
Thank you, Chip. Thank everybody for attending today. I know it takes a lot of time out of your busy schedule, but we do appreciate the opportunity to discuss the product we do have on the 66-20 bid. If you remember back last year, this time when this bid came out, it was a pretty crazy time. There was a very terrible shortage on disinfectants and PPEs and everything that everybody was trying to find to take care of their facilities. While we were sourcing for this bid, we actually ran across the Betco product, the GE Fight Back. This basically was in the green category, so it kind of sometimes get lost when you're not pushing that side of it. But as we found this product here, it did fall under the N disinfectant list. As you know, that's where the EPA criteria for SARS and COVID-2 that causes a COVID-19 bacteria that you can, that it is effective against it. It's got a 5-minute EPA list efficacy, and also 3 to 5 on the other claims and bacteria. It's also available in quarts, in gallons and 5s, but the quarts and drums are what's on the bid. When you're looking at disinfectants, they all have different issues, safety issues, downsides, good sides, and what have you. One thing that you really want to look at is the Hazardous Material Information System, or the HMIS. If you look on this particular product, you'll see that it has all zeros in the categories that you're most concerned with. If you're ever dealing with a product that has a higher scale, a 2, 3, whatever, you really ought to look at it and see why that product has that rating. It could be that it could be hazardous to certain surfaces. It could be that it reacts with different chemicals and what have you. So if you do have a product that does not have a low rating, you should check and see if that's the right product for you. Also on the EPA for toxicity, is category 4, which is the lowest rating for disinfectant products, which makes it a very safe product to be using. The reason this product falls into this category, if you're familiar with your disinfectants, primarily your disinfectants are quaternary ammonia-based products. That's what was in the short supply last year that everybody's trying to find, to get, and what have you. Now, quats are very good products. They do exactly what they're designed for, but they do have downsides like most chemicals do. The main active ingredients in Fight Back is citric acid, which we all know is very safe because probably most of us drink some every day. So if you compare it to the other alternative active ingredients that are in a lot of products, you'll see the safety. One of the ones that jumps out the most is asthma. As we all know, in the schools, a lot of the students have respiratory and asthma related issues, overuse of chemicals, and some of the fumes that comes off from those can really create some hazardous situations. And as we all know, what's been done for the last 18 months is the use of disinfectants have been widely overused. So if you can reduce that footprint in your facilities, it's going to be much better for you and your students. Another point on the GE Fight Back is the EPA Design for Environment, which is basically, as you know, they look at the different ingredients, the way they respond, history to these products, and just see where they fall in a hazardous footprint or not. This one falls in the least hazardous classification. It's not likely to have any carcinogens. Also, it does not require any mandated personal protective equipment. A lot of your products recommend washing your hands. Excuse me. Wash your hands after use or wearing gloves. This is a safe product, and there's no resolved issues on past history with this ingredients. Now, the main reason why we're talking to you today is the Fight Back RTU, which means ready to use. It is a very versatile product. You can use it in your restrooms, in your classrooms, on your desk, in offices, any of your vehicles that you're cleaning down, seats, dash, and what have you. So pretty much anywhere in your facility, even though it's under the commercial sanitation, it is a full service disinfectant. Main reason on this product here, while this was so critical, as we all know what has come up over the years, but we're still seeing it now. You do not go into any facility that you're not speaking through a piece of plexiglass. That's very critical now because you must keep those clean, because one, from a appearance standpoint, and I've noticed as I've been going in lately that more and more places are getting busy. They're probably starting to let their cleaning procedures kind of drop somewhat, but most of the sheets are dirty. And if they're dirty, they probably hold some bacteria. And the problem is, if you're like me and a lot of other people, you have to lean pretty close to hear who you're speaking to through the plexiglass. So you're getting close to that plexiglass, other people are touching and what have you. So you do want a product that is safe for plexiglass, that it will not damage it, but also it will disinfect it so you can stop the cross-contamination. From a food contact sanitizer, though, it does not require any rinsing or wiping. As I said, it's a very good cleaner. You can use it on your stainless steel, just said the plexiglass, any of the surfaces that you need to clean. It is a good cleaner. For those of you who have or will be purchasing the electrostatic sprayers or foggers or what have you, this product is approved to be sprayed through electrostatic sprayer. Now, this is important because some products are not approved for spraying. One, that it will not kill the viruses and bacteria that it's designed to. And the other is some products are just not safe to be sprayed into the air. So this product is approved for your foggers and sprayers and the different sprayers that are available now. This product also comes in a wipe, and even though I'm sorry, that's not actually on the bid, but it got in there.
It is actually the only, so far as we know, it comes in a very large container. And we think this is the only product on the market that comes in a container this large. So for large facilities with large needs, again, it's not on the bid, but it is the same product with the same active ingredient. So that's the reason we mentioned.
Okay, I had a slide in here, but as we were moving around, it got slipped out, but really just wanted to add something to the cleaning and hopefully some experience for you. I've been doing this for over 40 years, and over the years, things change and some things don't change. But I had a sheet from the EPA that I pulled up, and the title was Cleaning and Disinfecting Best Practices During the COVID-19 Pandemic. I was actually out of the industry beginning of March of last year. came returner in June. So I kind of sat through the first 6 months of COVID, but I watched it, kept in touch with people I knew and what have you. And, as you just saw it, that there really wasn't anything new. There was no products being developed for COVID cleaning. There was no new cleaning procedures for COVID, because actually through the years, as I said, you could take that sheet and plug in AIDS, H1N1, HIV, the flu, any number of diseases and codes and flus, as I said, from there over the past, and plug it in there, because you're dealing either with a respiratory, which is going to be airborne, it's going to be surface. So you've got to do the same cleaning procedures. You, as you're cleaning, in a lot of cases, best thing you do is clean with a general purpose cleaner and water. Keep your surface clean. But you will have to use a disinfectant from time to time, especially if you've had a student or a worker in your facility that's been sick, in your restrooms naturally. But one of the probably the best thing that has probably helped keep most people from being sick is that people are paying attention to the touch points. And we've been trying to teach this for 40 years, that if someone touches it, it needs to be clean, because most people don't wash their hands correctly. So as you keep those clean, and when you do need to do the cleaning, a ready-to-use product that is a cleaner and a disinfectant is very effective. Reason this is critical to you, what's happening now that the aerosol spray disinfectants are becoming back on the market and people can get their hands on those products and what have you, we're seeing more and more people getting away from cleaning and just spraying, trying to kill the germs. If you do not physically clean with a cleaner and a disinfectant and remove that biofilm, all you're doing is trapping the dirt and the germs into the surface. Even on most of your disinfectant sprays, they will say to wipe after spraying, so you don't leave that film on there. Also, too, as we mentioned on the asthma and the respiratory issues, aerosol sprays can be overused, and the propellants in them can really cause some problems for your employees and guests. Best thing to do is using a microfiber rag with a ready-to-use quart. You know it's mixed correctly, and you wipe down the surface. Also, as you're using the sprayers, the electrostatic sprayers, tremendous overuse of product on those. So be careful as you're using those. Also, to recommend to your employees that they must be cleaning. You can't just go in and fog and not clean. And the last two things to think of, if you're using a concentrated chemical, when you do that, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. You can either, one, undermix it with water, and it's not going to kill the viruses it's designed to, or two, you can overmix it, which now you can either damage the surface, put more chemical into the air, but also too, you're going to make the surface sticky, which will attract germs and dirt and what have you. Third thing, you mix it correctly and it works well. So primarily use your products correctly, mix them correctly, or using, as I said, a ready to use as the fight back is, and as you go forward. Lastly, things are getting much better on the supply side, but during the course of this, everyone's scrambling to find products. A lot of products that were not approved got onto the market. If you are using a product that makes any claims, but there's not an EPA registration number on that product, I strongly recommend you do not use it, because one, it may not be what it's designed for and what have you, because any product that does has to have an EPA registration number. So look for those on there. So lastly, the Fight Back is just a good, safe cleaner available to you. And as you see on the screen here, this is a bid. As I said, on the bid, there's 12 32-ounce quart bottles to a case, $40.69 a case, and the drums 55 gallons are $625.92. If you have any needs, or as Chip said, need to see samples, products, anything I can do to help you, you're welcome to call me at any time. I'd be glad to come to your facilities if I can help with any training or problems. But we do appreciate the time you've given us, and appreciate the use of the product, and look forward. So if there's any questions, we'll open it back up.
We put us back on with the video. Okay, hopefully everyone can hear me. I want to thank everyone for coming out, and if you have any questions, please go ahead and start typing them in the chat, or you're welcome to speak if you need to. A couple questions that I have for the Turner Group is one, you didn't mention anything about the COVID variants. How does your product stack up against the COVID variants? Does it, has any research been done on that? And then question two, the pricing that we've received, how does that compare to the pricing that you normally give? What type of discounts did you give, or savings will be incurred when our PACA partners use this bid?
Way more than we should have, Mr. Matthews. But
Yeah,
no,
in all
very
seriousness,
competitive.
actually, that's a good question. And one of the things that a PACA partner could do to compare, if they go to our website right now and they just type in the part number, they would see the same price anybody that wanted to place an order would place, not being a member. And then if we get them registered on the website, then that's when they will see their preferential bid pricing, and we'll see it as a substantial discount.
Hey, I need for one of you to be in front of the camera.
I apologize. Can you, is it on for us?
There we go. Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was seeing myself on here. Look like you can see us both, but be that not the case, I apologize. Then to your first question, all the information we've been given is that the product has, no decrease in efficacy with any of the variants. Now, that said, there's so much research that is yet to be done on all aspects of COVID and the pandemic. We can't make any claims or promises that anything is 100% perfect 100% of the time. But, the EPA has stood by the registration and has not made any changes to the registration since it was originally awarded.
Okay. And it's good to see Director of Youth Detention, Ms. Monique Greer. She's with us in the audience today, and she has a question. How can they receive samples? If someone wants to receive a sample of your product, what is the process or the procedure to make that happen? Thank you for your question, Ms. Greer.
We would be glad to make an appointment and bring it out. We like to discuss it and show it, how to use it, but we can either hand deliver it or whatever they prefer. Just let us know where there would be a need for, and we'd be glad to get it to you.
Okay. All right, and we will be sending out this whole presentation is being recorded, and a link and your information will be sent out to all the PACA partners afterwards, so we can move forward with helping bridge the gap that may exist between getting you guys together so your products can get into the right hands. Are there any more questions? Okay, remember we can continue on as long as we need to. We did not want to take up a lot of your time because we know your time is valuable, and we're going to continue to do more of these. And feel free to give us the feedback, positive or negative. It doesn't matter. We consider it all constructive because we believe in providing very strong customer service, and we thank you, all of the PACA partners. We thank you for your participation in the association. We do apologize. We are a little short-staffed, so we are not able to do as many bids, side bids, as you may have been used to, because we did lose some people. But we're fortunate that we have a CFO who's supporting us and getting us some more people in. So be sure and continue to communicate with Ms. Regina Mitchell and Ms. Wanda Harville, and I'm going to ask them to go ahead and introduce themselves and say something, because you guys see them a lot in the emails, but you may not have associated a face with the name. So this is an opportunity to do that. So Ms. Mitchell?
I'm Regina Mitchell. I'm the administrative analyst for PACA. I get a lot of you all's emails and questions about the bids and different products, if things are available. So I'm happy to kind of bridge the gap between you and trying to get products from vendors and making that connection. So anytime that you need something, I'm always available to help with finding bids, giving you the documents, helping you to navigate the website and so forth. Just here to help you all.
Okay. Ms. Harwell?
I'm Wanda Harville. I'm the administrative clerk for PACA. I just ditto what Ms. Mitchell said. So I don't have anything else further to say.
Okay. All right. So once again, we want to thank you guys for participating. Even if you get offline and you decide that a question pops in your mind, because that's normally what happens with me. After the meeting's over with, a question will pop into my mind. I say, I wish I had asked that. Go ahead and send your question in. That's the whole point. We want to make sure that there's communication both ways, because we're here to help you. And we're going to continue to have these product webinar presentations to make sure that you have the information in your hands to do what you need to do, because we know that our bosses and our organizations are challenging us to do more with less, but we still want to strive for excellence, and we want to help you do that, okay?
Thank you so much for the opportunity, PACA members. We really appreciate it at Turner Supply Company.
All right. So this concludes our meeting. I pray that you have gotten some information that you can use, and look for our email link that will be coming with the link to the recording. And if you have any other information that you need, go ahead and ask us. We'll be looking forward to serving you. You guys take care. Thank you, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That was a good one.